What's going on, guys? Big Bad Wolf here. Today I'm going to be going through my budget kit, the kit that I use when I am just grinding for some cash. It's the one, honestly, I've probably made, so like of this 3.3 mil that I have right now, probably 2.5 million has come from just this kit alone. I'm not even kidding. It's like my go-to kit. The only time I run a kit outside of this is when I get like loot off of players that I like plan to keep, and then I like just run their gear. So like the Strand Hogs, this TV rig, things like that. These two, found in raid. So like, you know, I'll run those if I have like extra armor and stuff available. But 9 times out of 10, when I'm like when I die and I like have to gear up because I have nothing else in my stash, this is the kit I'm running. So let's run through. I'm gonna buy all the stuff. We're gonna total it up. We're gonna see exactly how much it costs, and then I will talk about the potential of this kit, okay? Because it is absolutely insane. So first we're gonna start. Let's go to Ragman. So I call this the mustard rig. It's the 6B3TM. A lot of you guys have seen this. Scavs spawn with it. So if you find a scav or you kill a scav with it, you can take these. I farm them sometimes on factory because you do get a lot of scavs that have these. And I think that this armor rig combo is totally underrated. It's like super strong. It's a class 4. It gets 40 HP or armor points. And the speed and ergo hit is really not that bad. The only thing that's like really a negative about it is its storage space. You only get 4 slots across, 4 slots on the bottom, so that piece isn't great. But when you're on a budget, it's great. So I'll pick this up. Spam. Next, what we're getting is I always pick up one of these Cold Fear face covers, balaclava, whatever you want to call it. What is it? Yeah, balaclava. I like running something on my face. I know a lot of people like to go naked on their face, and when you're on a budget, you're kind of wondering why I spend it. But if you're hiding in a bush, or you are like just trying to hide in general, don't want your face to like absolutely stand out. I just noticed that it has the Under Armour symbol on the back. That's funny. If you don't want your face to stand out, like I definitely recommend running something on your face, because if not, like your face is like a neon sign that says "Here I am." So I always run something covering my face, and I try to avoid the sunglasses because a lot of the glasses they like glow in the dark. I don't know why. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but if you're like in the bunkers on reserve and someone is wearing glasses, like everything else will be pitch black, and then all of a sudden like you'll just see their glasses like glowing bright. I think it's a glitch if you have like your graphic settings a certain way. So again, don't rock anything on my eyes. I just rock the face covering. Next, we're gonna go to Prapper. Ooh, got a couple things. Next, we're gonna go to Prapper and pick up the 6B47 Ratnik helmet. This thing is a tank, okay? It's super cheap. It's 33,000. You can get this, I think, Prapper level 2. Let's see. We'll sort them here. Okay, not 2. You got to have them 3. So if you got Prapper level 3, you can pick this bad boy up. Okay, now where'd it go? Oh, maybe he's level 1. Okay, yeah, so from level 1, you can pick this helmet up. I was going to say, I didn't think it was that high of level 3. So this thing is like my go-to helmet, man. It's so cheap. It does have a little bit of a speed and movement hit, but it's pretty much on par with all the other helmets. The only thing that it doesn't have is a high hit point or armor point number. It's only at 25, but honest to God, like that hasn't ever been an issue for me because it's got the high ricochet chance, which is what's important. Still a class 3, and it bounces just about like anything you could want it to bounce, besides like the really high tier ammo, which almost no helmet's gonna bounce anyway. And not this wipe, not many people are running high tier ammo, so this helmet is like my go-to helmet over anything else. The eggshell, because this covers your top, nape, and ears. So a lot of this other stuff, like when you come over to Ragman, we take a look here. When you pick up something like this striker, which is this is a go-to for a lot of people when you unlock it. It is class 4, okay, so you do get the extra level there, but it only protects your top and nape, and your ears are exposed. And a lot of times when I'm getting shot in the head, it's by a scav with buckshot. And so I want my ears covered when I have that. The only thing that I wish that helmet would have as well as a face shield, but you can't rock a face shield with it. And you can't rock a face shield with anything until you get like higher up, unless you're rocking a ZSH. But that's a conversation for another time. So, again, when you're comparing it to others, yes, it's class 3, but I've honestly gotten like great performance out of this helmet. I haven't noticed like any difference between this helmet and something like I said, that the High-Com Striker. Like they're very comparable, and I honestly have had better experience with this because of the ear protection. So this is the helmet I get. $33,336. Did I already buy it? I didn't buy it. Oh, maybe I did buy it. Now I've got a bunch of them. That's okay. So we're picking that up now. So now we've got the helmet, the face covering, the armor rig combo, and next we're gonna go pick up headphones. So lately I've been rocking the Swordens. It's up to you what you prefer. Before that, I was rocking the M32. So these are pretty much my go-to headset. And you get these early level skier. I think it's 1-2. Yeah, you get a level 1 skier. So these are available to you right away. And I found the best, like, these are one of the best performing headphones in the game that don't have like major like glitches or audio problems. That's something I recognize like with like the Comtacs. The Comtacs like have like a really weird, like sometimes I think I hear footsteps and they're not there. It's just like ghosting footsteps. And other times like it won't pick up on sound. It's really weird. So in this game you kind of have to weigh it's less about how things sound and more about is it picking up accurate sounds. And these are pretty accurate. I haven't had any issues with those, and the Swordens are pretty good too. I like the Swordens because you get real bassy sounds out of the Swordens. They're 10,000 more, but again, it's real bassy, so it picks up on footsteps like easily. So they stand out when you're wearing the Swordens. You hear their thung, 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 thung. So anyway, how much were those? Let's see. The ones from Skier, $19,550 for the M32. So these, we'll go ahead and buy those. That's going to be the headset we're wearing. So again, we got the rig, we've got the helmet, we've got the headset, we got the face covering. Last, what we're picking up, or sorry, 2 more things. Gun, okay. I have a trillion UMPs right now, so I'm not going to buy another one. As you can see, they're like all over my stash right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I got it, yeah, 5. So I'm not gonna buy one, but I'll show you guys exactly what I do buy and how I build it out. So the UMP is $272, which, what is that? We'll do the conversion here. 272. That's 34,000 rubles. That's pretty cheap for a gun. So it's so strong. The UMP is so strong. I'm sure, as you guys know. You can also do the trade for it for 7 of the black knives. But again, even buying it's not too bad, and you can pick this up. I think it's gear level 1. You can do the trade skier level 1, and then level 2 you can buy it. Okay. Or not skier, Peacekeeper level 2. So when you get Peacekeeper level 2, you can buy it. Where'd it go? And then I almost always rock the suppressor with it. Now, if you're rocking a like real tight budget and you don't want to throw a suppressor on it, I understand it, because the suppressor is technically more than the gun. It's this one. So it's $400 for the suppressor, which comes out to 50,000. So it's literally 15k more than the gun, or right around 15k more than the gun. Rubles for the suppressor, but you get a lot of benefits from the suppressor. So for one, it's a suppressor, so you're quieter. 2, there's a big recoil reduction, so you get 11% less recoil, which is like huge for the UMP. It keeps it pretty steady. So I rock that. Like I said, 9 times out of 10 I'm rocking the suppressor on it. After that, I usually just pick up whatever foregrip you guys prefer. I usually go with this one right here when I like don't have one already in my stash. So that's $72, which takes us to 9,000 rubles. So that's not bad. And obviously you guys can rock whatever foregrip you want. Outside of the foregrip, the best sight I think for the UMP is going to be one of the holographics. The holographics are it just fits UMP so well, because a lot of the other stuff, you rock some of these shorter reflex sights on it, what'll happen is the front sight on the UMP will cover the sight, so you won't like actually be able to use it, unless you get like the I forget what it's called. It's like the cross riser for your sights. Oh, here it is, right here. The high profile mount. If you use this, then it'll clear it. But again, I still just think the best like sight picture comes from these, and it's like the cheapest at the end of the day, because if you're having to buy the high mount and then you gotta buy the reflex sight anyway, like it comes out to about the same. So you can go for either one of these. I like this one, the stubbier one, the one that's not as long, but I can go with either one. It's $230, which is, whoops, not buying 4 of them. 230, pow. It's 28,980 rubles. So now you've got the foregrip, you've got the gun, you've got the sight. The only other thing, and it's not even a necessity, you can run them if you want to. I like to have one, is a light. If you have one in your stash, I mean, they're pretty easy to come across. I loot them all day, so you should have like I've got like a back, just absolutely stockpile of flashlights in here. So all these spreads have flashlights. So if you've got them in your stash, you throw it on there, may as well. If not, you can buy it. Like I said, I definitely prefer having a sight. It's $89. So to throw it on there is beneficial to me, and that's one of the beautiful things about the UMP is once you get all those things on there, you're set, you're done. So here's the one I was rocking prior. So got the flashlight, got the grip, got the suppressor, got the sight. That's all you need for the UMP. You don't need to mess around with stocks, you don't need to mess around with pistol grips, you don't have to swap out the barrel or do anything crazy like that. So that this is the main sauce of the kit. So when we get fully kitted up, you obviously want to pick up mags for the UMP as well. I forgot to check the price of those, so let's go look. So the UMP mags, you're gonna buy from Peacekeeper. They're $22 a piece, or 2,772. So that's nothing, man. You can pick up a few of those. So get a few of those. If the next thing and last thing you're going to need, for this kit specifically, is gonna be the ammo for the UMP. I like rocking the AP rounds. This is not budget. Okay, obviously the AP rounds are not budget. If you can buy them from Peacekeeper and you have the money, definitely recommend. If not, you can go with I don't like the laser match. I like just the match FMJ. You can rock the match FMJ. The difference is there's a couple things. So I believe the pen is higher on the match FMJ. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But this is also a tracer. So the laser match is it's like playing Star Wars. It's green spurts going across, and you also don't have, where's that other hit, the durability burn. So the durability burn is pretty massive for the laser match, and on here you can see there's it doesn't even list a durability burn. So that is what I rock. Sometimes when I like to get a little scummy and and really and I'm gonna be in close quarters or something, sometimes I'll throw the Hydra Shocks in there, because these things are absolutely ridiculous when it comes to damage. They do so much damage, but you get a lot of downsides. So you get the heat, the durability burn, and a high failure to feed chance. But it's kind of funny to shoot a guy in the leg 3 or 4 times and watch him drop. So yeah, sometimes I'll rock those. But when you're actually entering a raid and not goofing off, this is the round I would go with, the 45 ACP match FMJ. It's $1 a round. I don't even think it's actually $1 a round. I think it comes out to it's 100. I don't know. They're cheap. They're cheap. And then, like I said, if you can afford them, these are gonna give you the best performance without a doubt. These AP rounds are absolutely nuts, and they're gonna pen even chonkers if you run into them. So good go-to. Again, this is the one that you want to start with. So okay, so we got the mags. We'll get these out of here for now. The bag, you guys can run whatever bags you have. I'm just gonna throw this Tech 2 on. No, it's not budget, but it's just a bag I have in my stash, so I'm throwing it on there. I run the Switchblade a lot, so when I'm going for loot runs, if I'm hitting Lighthouse or something, this is what I'll run. And then when I go to, let's see, we gotta pick up the headphones. I always run 2 nades, so 2 F1s. These things are like not too bad to pick up. They are 9,156 from Prapper. Okay, so you can buy those from him. So I like to run 2 of them when I'm on a budget. You want to run a hemostat, 3 mags for the UMP. Then of course you need the UMP. We're gonna put on our face covering, and where's the headphones I bought? Here they are, M32s. Okay, so this, we'll throw healing in here. So when you're using the mustard rig, you want to use an IFAK typically, or an AFAK if you have one, because a lot of time if you run a Salewa in this spot, you're gonna drop mags all over the place. So we'll run an IFAK, we'll run a hemostat, and then because we're running an IFAK, I would suggest throwing a bandage in there. That's gonna save you if you get a light bleed. It's not gonna kill your IFAK. So that's what this is usually like what I run. And then down here in your gamma, obviously you want to run whatever you like in your gamma. I usually like to take 2 stacks of ammo with me though when I'm running a UMP. You'll find that you burn through. So first of all, there's only 25 rounds in each of these mags. Okay, that's pretty low. The fire rate on the UMP is pretty slow, so it's not a big deal. It's not like you're gonna tear. I mean, you're gonna use up the mag, but it's not like you're gonna just. It's not like a vector where you just burning through the mags and you see no results. So, again, mag in the gun, 3 backup mags, 2 stacks of 50 for the ammo. This is the AP, obviously. Like I said, you guys can run the FMJ if you wanted. If you're running the FMJ, I might bring an extra stack. I know it sounds like overkill, but you'll find out that when you really get into it and you're fighting, you're gonna use up these 4 mags on the UMP pretty quickly. And because you're not running AP when you're running the match FMJ, you're probably going to use even more just because the time to kill is going to be a little slower. You might not be able, if you run into a chonker, you might have to leg him instead of shooting him in the head. So just things to keep in mind. Like I said, I might bring an extra stack or half stack of the FMJ if I was if I was running it. But yeah, guys, other than that, this is like my go-to, like, I guess I call it budget. It's not necessarily budget. It's more of just my, like, when I'm trying to gain rubles. So when I run my lighthouse route, which if you guys want to know what that is, I'll post a link. I just did the video on the route that I run on lighthouse, but this is like the kit that I run when I do that route. It's like a nice tweener kit, so it's not very expensive. If I die and lose it, it's not the end of the world. But it has a high potential to, even if I run into some chonker beefy guys, this UMP is an absolute truck, man. It does so much damage. So like if you're running this, you can still take out squads. You can still take down a beef boy. And this armor is still really good, so it's gonna protect you pretty well in a gunfight too. And then, like I said, this helmet is like absolutely the best bang for your buck, I think, as far as a helmet goes right now in the game. So yeah, and then all this, like I said, the kit's not that expensive. I guess the attack 2 is like a bad representation bag, just because you're probably not gonna run an attack 2. It's not budget. So there we go, the switchblade. I usually run the switchblade when I run this kit. It's not too bad. How much is this switchblade? 53k. So all in all, not too bad. I mean, the kit itself is like fairly cheap. I'll put a total right there of what it totals up in rubles for this, literally, in this entire kit, obviously minus a couple of things I have in my gamma, and the evasion armband. That's not necessary for the kit here. So but everything else in here, this is what I run, and it works really well. Like I said, it's what I've used to grind up to my 3.2 million. I was literally, like, just a few days ago at below a million. So this has like earned me a ton, and I've just been running that lighthouse route non-stop. So definitely check that video out if you guys are in need of the best money-making route on lighthouse. But yeah, man, I hope this kit like does you guys just as well as it does me. Like I said, it's really an OP kit for the price you pay, because you barely pay like anything for this kit. I mean, yeah, it's not budget in the sense of like the cheapest kit that you can run. It's budget in the sense of the lowest like end of the spectrum that also performs, if that makes sense. So like it's like you're not blowing money on class 5 armor and like getting totally like chonked out, but you can still compete with people who are doing that. So I guess that's where I would say that this kit falls, is like in that in-between area. It's like on the low end of the price spectrum for the performance that you get. So best bang for your buck is probably what I would call this kit. So again, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope this kit does you guys well. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time.